Alrighty, if you've heard of Rudyard Kipling, it's likely that you've heard of his poem If. And if you've heard of it, it's just as likely that you've read it. And if you haven't, I thoroughly recommend that you do. And just for fun, I'm going to read you the last stanza here, give you the cherry off the top of the punchline, just to give you a taste. If you can walk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but not too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And which is more, you'll be a man, my son. And if you can watch this video without learning a thing or two about Python conditionals, I'm thoroughly sorry, but let's give it a shot. Alright, so you may recall from the last video we had that while loop evaluating a condition and then operating on code afterwards if the condition was met. An if statement does the same thing in this case not in the loop context. So let's go ahead and take a look at a very simple example. We've got a variable number, we've set it equal to 7, and then we have a conditional statement. If number less than 100, print it is less than 100. So at the outset here, 7 is going to evaluate less than 100, so that's going to be true, and it will print less than 100, or so we'd imagine. Let's save it, run it, and find out. There we are. It is less than 100. So let's try something where it's going to evaluate false. We'll set this equal to 700. If number is less than 100, will be false, and let's see what happens then. Shouldn't surprise you too terribly much. Actually, nothing goes down. So if statement will only fire off the code that comes nested within it, pushed 4 spaces in, if the condition is met, if it evaluates to true. All right, and in some cases that's going to be good enough. Just one particular type of scenario you want to handle, you have your if statement, it catches those cases, and you move on throughout your script. In other cases, you want a little bit more robust approach to things, and you're going to want to say, in the case where it's 7, we do one thing. In the case where it's not 7, we do another. So we have some more code down here. Let's go ahead and uncomment that and take a look at it. We'll comment the stuff up top. So if number times 7 is equal to 49, notice the double equal for testing equality rather than assignment. We're going to print it is 7, because 7 times 7 is 49, and 7 times other things is not 49. And else, so in any other case, anytime that first condition fails, we're going to operate the second command. So we'll have output here in either case. We're going to get a print statement no matter what number we feed in. So we got it set at 700 right now. Let's go ahead and set it back to 7 just so we can see the true state first. And it is 7, not too terribly surprising there. Let's set this thing back to 700 up at the top and operate it. It wasn't 7, it was 700. So when we met the condition, we ran the code that was down there, and when we didn't meet the condition, when the statement for the conditional if evaluated to false, we ran the second print statement. So nothing too earth-shattering there, just sort of important to keep track of what's true and what's not true. You'll notice that I'm allowed to evaluate a number being operated on here. I could also evaluate whatever a function returns, or any other variables that might change throughout our code. So it's important to be mindful of what you're evaluating and be able to sort of keep in your head what the value is going to be of that condition and how it's going to change as your script runs. But that's a very, very brief look at employing if statements for evaluating things conditionally within Python. Again, this is Ed for mybringback.com. Thanks for watching the video. Go read some more poetry, learn, grow, certainly subscribe to the YouTube channel. Stick with us, man. We'll keep feeding you.